Capulino, that guy. So thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome. They didn't, like you said, I didn't have to relocate.
And then you have to scroll down and see other people like, oh, this is really bad.
And you know it's not. You converted you have that grandkid and you're like,
yeah. Or your shit was banging so good, they'll say, hey,
not worth $10. MuseMeTV, that's what's up. Yeah. So what you just saw there a little bit is like the intro. I like made an intro, and I'm just like, yeah, this is cool. So when you do watch this, you'll see that there's like an intro beforehand.
Okay, perfect. Hell yeah.
It's not bad. It could be better, but whatever. I'm not trying. I like the appeal of doing a podcast, but then I'm like, fuck, there's so much work to a podcast. I don't want to do that. Well, to make it really good, like
exactly.
You know,
like one person who I've seen who it seems like really low budget and really easy is you ever watch Skeptic Tank with Ari Shafir?
Oh yeah.
It's like really simple. Like he just released a new one and he's like in the green room somewhere.
And he says it's just like what his iPhone.
Yeah, and then like 2 mics. Yeah, 2 phones. Yeah.
He'll use his iPhone one of the iPhones for recording, and then the other one's probably doing the audio.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it is pretty low budget.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of movie makers and stuff now that are fucking making movies with like iPhones, like the newest iPhones and stuff. Like
because they came out I think with like a commercial or something, and it has that shot by iPhone, and then it like turned into a meme. There's a bunch of like stupid shit, and then it would say like shot by iPhone.
Yeah. See, what iPhone do you have?
I have the it's not the newest one, it's the one right before that.
So the 12?
The 12.
The 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, that right there is like fucking immaculate in your hand.
Exactly, yeah. And the camera is great as fuck. The screen is big. Like, because whenever I get a phone, I do want to get like the biggest screen and the most memory. Because like when I was younger.
Why the biggest screen though? I mean, you even told the joke where like it looks so big in your hand.
Honestly, I use my phone for all media, like YouTube, Reddit, all that shit.
So like if something comes out on like Netflix, are you watching it on your phone?
Not really. Okay. Like Netflix and stuff, that's all on the TV. Okay. But like honestly, what I do, it's really weird, is I have the TV playing and I'm just on my phone for the rest of the time. Like I need that other sound. Like I become really weird with that. Like even when I go to sleep, I need the TV on with sound. But like everything else I watch through my phone pretty much. Like because I watch like a lot of comedy and I'm surrounded by comedy all the time, so sometimes I have to like take a break from it. So I'll watch like there's a few car YouTube channels that I really love, and I always watch it on my phone. It's
car?
never
like driving?
Yeah. Cool. What's crazy about that is I love cars, but I don't know how to fix anything on them at all.
Let's talk cars then. What's some cars that you are into? Like okay, so everyone here is obviously like an American Muscle kind of thing. Like, have you been a big fan of that? If you were to pick American Muscle style, what car would you pick?
Definitely the 67 Camaro.
The 67 Camaro.
Yeah, that's my mom was born that year, and it's still a great car.
Wow. Is that the most significance because she was born that year? Maybe you might know a little bit more about the model spec.
Well, it's mostly because of that year my mom was born. That's her favorite car too. And when I was really young, I was surrounded by like the American Muscle. Well, not surrounded by it, but like my parents loved those, so I gravitated to that one. And yes, it's a fucking amazing car, man. That shit is, especially that blue one with like the white on the front.
Like this bad boy?
Yes. Oh my God.
That's what Jake do. We're learning a lot about Jake.
Exactly.
We barely started, and I could already feel you just looking at this car, man. Okay, so old classic cars like this you're into? You like?
For sure. Lately, though, I have been 100% a Porsche guy.
A Porsche?
Like, yes. Okay. Oh, my God. Like, my favorite Porsche right now, it has to be the GT3.
What?
Or the GT2 RS. The GT3, though, is fucking badass. Like, that's a really nice car, and they're fucking expensive, too, man. But, yeah, I've been doing deep dives into Porsches, like, all their like specs and everything.
This bad boy?
Yes, and the shark blue too, that color.
Jesus, you actually know a lot more of the cars than I do. That's dope. That's a dope car though.
It is, man. That's the dream car right there for sure. those GT3s. What I look up a lot is like them, like the Porsche racing team. Okay. Like they'll drive. Usually, what they drive is like the GT3 RSs. So it's like that, but it's more like 4-track. It's got like a bigger wing for like the downforce and like the handling and everything.
Okay.
And so I'll watch those a lot. But the thing that gets me, because there's other cars that are great like that too, like the Lamborghini and the Ferraris and everything. But the sound that Porsche has is just. It's nuts.
Like
it really
the motor
is.
and stuff. When
yes.
It just revs it.
Gets
it going.
It's so good. And I've even been looking at it's the Cayenne GTS, which is like the SUV Porsche.
Oh God,
and the sound on that is ridiculous, and it looks really cool too. Because I didn't used to like the older Cayennes. I thought they were kind of ugly, but the ones for 2021 are fucking beautiful.
Was it the Cayenne GTS?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. That reminds me of like something that Dodge did with the like kind of like the Challenger model, but still had the like back the Avalanche or something.
Yeah, I think it's the Durango or something like that. Because is it the SUV one?
Yeah, it's kind of like an SUV style, but I thought it was from what Dodge did, because I've always liked the Charger as well, the Dodge
Charger's
Charger,
great.
and because I've liked how much of it it's such a great muscle car.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, not the Charger, the Challenger. No. Is it the 2-door car that Dodge has?
The Challenger.
Yeah. And that's what I like, is how fucking big it is, but yet it's still like a fast fucking car.
Dude, that thing is crazy. The thing with the Challengers and the Chargers is they're too big for me, and they're too fast. Like I feel like I would kill myself in that thing, because it's like a tank.
Just so much.
Yes, it's a lot. Like I've seen those like up close. I've had friends who had a Challenger before, and that thing is just massive.
And that's so crazy to think about too, because like you're talking about all these cars and stuff. You're over here driving that Honda Civic out there. I'm just like, well, no offense on the Honda Civic. I mean, isn't that one of the most versatile like racing cars? Like you can put so much, like soup it up so much.
For sure. Yeah, there's the Civic. I think it's the SI, or it's like all like souped up, tuned up. It's got the wing. That one looks badass. Okay. It does look really cool. But it is standard. It's stick shift, and I know how to drive that. But like I would only get a stick shift if I had an automatic already, because the car I had before this was standard, and just in traffic and up hills it gets fucking annoying.
Yeah,
sometimes.
You just have to work a little harder.
Yeah,
pay attention a little more.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be able to, because like when I drive now, I listen to music a lot, so I'm always on my phone, Spotify and shit.
Switching.
And like with standard, there's no way you could do that shit.
Right, swiping left, just like I got this. I can do it all.
Exactly. For real.
That's sick though.
But no, yeah, I love cars. I go through phases too. Like a few months ago, I was really into like the Lamborghinis, because there's like my favorite one is the SVJ, the Aventador, which is the V12. What? It's got a huge motor in it, and that sound is fucking nuts. You see, it's like the sound of certain cars. It gets me, and I do like deep dives into them. They're fucking crazy.
Find out more about it and stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you know that's different from like the Subaru engine? Because you know how it's like the boxer engine, how it like kind of like goes to the side and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like because I know most American like engines that we produce and stuff have like these piston systems that are going like in this kind of direction.
Yeah, and Subarus are different.
Yeah, Subarus has like this box engine, so that like the pistons are literally like going sideways on each other.
Dude, that's fucking wild.
It's called like a boxer engine. I didn't know if you knew a little bit about that.
No, I didn't know that they were like different like that. That's pretty wild. But Subaru is Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Yes, dude, those Japanese cars are crazy. Like the Toyota, they came out with
GR6.
Yes, yeah, and then the BRZ and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
I literally saw, like, I was scrolling on my Facebook and I saw the Toyota GR86, and they actually based it off of an anime that used to come out like back in the day called Initial D.
Yeah,
like, it's like you're in the pages of Initial D, because it was a drifting anime. It was about like drifting and fast cars.
Yeah,
that's where I learned about like a lot of cars, because in that anime they talk about having the Subaru having to actually change like intake manifolds, having to like
that's wild.
do all kinds of like real work to the cars, and then driving. So what they did is like it was kind of like a nightclub kind of thing where you just like drift in the night in the mountains and shit. It was dope though.
What's it called?
It's called Initial D.
Initial D, dude, that sounds sick.
It's an old school anime. You probably like the animation is kind of blocky and everyone doesn't really like it as much, but the storyline is great, and especially if you're into cars, that will take it'll get you into it right away.
Dude, for sure. I'm gonna have to check that out, because I do like the old school old school anything like the vintage, because is it like the old like Dragon Ball Z's?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, see,
like that.
I like stuff like that.
They make fun of like the way the lips are and stuff like. Oh,
yeah,
these lips are drawn stupid or something.
Yeah,
like that.
See, I'll have to check that out. I went through like a phase trying to get into anime because my friend Matt, who lives in Phoenix, one of my best friends, he loves anime and he's been trying to get me into it a lot. And I don't know, I just can't do it. I tried watching Attack on Titan. And it was a little rough, but it's just I couldn't really, force myself to get in there.
But you have seen some animes, right?
Some I was watching. Yeah, like I watched a little bit of Naruto too, and that got a little bit interesting. But then I kind of gave up on it as well.
Of course, it's like over 300 episodes.
Yes, yeah. Well, there's some that are long. Like I remember my friend was watching One Piece.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a shit ton of episodes.
Over 800 episodes.
See, that's a fucking commitment.
Well, yeah, too. I can kind of get that too, especially starting like younger. Like
yes,
I used to watch anime as like cartoons as well.
Okay.
Like Sunday morning or Saturday morning cartoons and shit like that. But it was more like anime based.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that. I remember too. It's so weird. Because I didn't really have like cable and stuff really later on in my life. I was kind of like basic TV kind of dude.
Yeah.
But on Telemundo in the morning, they actually had like 4 anime shows dubbed in Spanish.
Oh shit!
But it was anime, and that was like the cool like watch anime on Telemundo.
That's wild.
So that's how I kind of got introduced to it at a younger age too.
Yeah,
my dad's like a Mexican, and he speaks nothing but Spanish. So
oh, that's what's up.
It's always like a novella or fucking some kind of cop drama going on in Spanish.
Yeah, my grandma used to watch the novellas all the time. Like she would like be like, "Shut up, I'm gonna watch this." Like nobody could talk during that shit.
The novellas.
Yeah, that shit is wild. And then I remember like trying to like understand it because it seemed like she was so into it, so I wanted to know what it was. But like Spanish, like my dad speaks fluent Spanish, my sister does too. Like I took Spanish in high school, so I could pick up words here and there. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I'll know the subject of what they're saying.
Yeah, but
for the most part, I really don't. It is something that I would like to learn though. It's a great fucking language. It really is.
It's kind of cool. I mean, it's not the greatest, but
it's dope because like of the opportunities you get with it.
Yeah, because like that's the biggest thing. My advantage I've had is like I work with a lot of Hispanic people.
Yeah,
they only speak Spanish.
Oh, okay.
So like there's a lot of times where like they literally just like, Angel, can you come translate? And I'm
yes.
Like, that's what are you doing this to me for?
Yeah.
Why don't we all speak Spanish?
Right. I worked in a pharmacy for a little bit. I was a pharmacy tech, and
it's all coming together now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But, like I remember because I worked in the South Valley, and like multiple times a day I would have to ask for like translations because people would only speak Spanish. Yeah. But
aquí está el papel.
Yeah.
Aquí está el papel.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, can you help me, Jose?
That's crazy. So you're a pharmacist?
I was a pharmacy tech for a little bit.
Like somewhere like back Walmart, Walgreens,
yeah,
like that.
Yeah. So the pharmacist is what I initially wanted to go all the way and do, but that's like 8 years of school. I went to Pima for pharmacy tech. It was it was like 8 months.
Did you get that little like a scrub and it says Pima on
it?
Oh,
I still have
cool.
them. Yeah. Dude, it was wild. That job is very depressing. It really is.
What's the worst part about it?
So like people will come in and like, so there's a drug. It's called a blood thinner. It's for people who have clots and everything. And the generic for it is warfarin. And so a lot of insurances, especially like Medicaid and Medicare, they're going to cover warfarin. But if warfarin doesn't work for these people, they have to get a different type of blood thinner. And a lot of the times the insurance won't cover it. So it'll be a drug like Xarelto or something. And the script will be like $1,000 for them. And they're like, I can't afford this, but I need it to like live. I would have people crying, like saying like, I need this drug. And there was nothing I could do about it. And that would happen like multiple times, and I was just like, I can't do this.
So it put you in this spot where you're just like, you see all these people that don't have the financial gains for these medications,
and I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm the one that is telling them, well, I can't do anything about it, and it sucks. It's terrible.
That does kind of suck too, because I mean, it's not like you can like give it to them.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would fucking get fired because I've thought about that too, just fucking giving it to them because people were like in tears. And I'm like, I can't, It's a rough job. It really is. And
how long did you do it for?
Did it for about 6 months, 7 months, around there. Okay. It wasn't a full year, but I quickly knew that was not what I wanted to do. So I was stuck with a bunch of fucking Pima debt and still paying that off. So, but I have been looking at going back to school as well. I kind of want to go for like biology or anthropology, something like that. Get a bachelor's.
I don't know why when you're over here talking about all these fucking cars, dude.
Exactly.
Literally can go for a mechanics thing. I mean, so is it? Do you like mechanics or is it just like fuck that? I just like driving the car.
I think it's just like driving. Yeah. Because like my dad is the one who knows everything about cars. He does all the work on mine, and I could learn from him. He could teach me, but I just don't have like the interest for it. I don't know what it is, but I think. I would fucking drive. I would love to be a fucking race car driver, as fucking juvenile as that sounds.
Yeah.
But I would love to do it. It'd be fucking awesome. I think driving it is the best part. Like one thing that I really been wanting to do is to rent a Tesla and drive that shit. I've never been in a Tesla. I've never driven one.
Supposedly it's amazing.
Exactly. Well,
I've never driven in it either, but
dude, they're so sick. The Tesla Plaid, it hits 0 to 60 in like 2.3 seconds, which is nuts.
I would literally race everybody on the freeway. Just
exactly.
Just if you have a badass Mustang and you're making noise,
just zoom past them, bro.
Wait. Let me clarify the sound they make.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, for real. Dude, they had problems when they had first came out because they literally made no sound, and they had to change it to make some type of sound because like
merging traffic, all kinds of stuff,
pedestrians, all that shit.
Like, oh my god, what was that?
Yeah, like, and another wild thing about them too is if you're driving them, you don't really have to press the brake. It's like this weird physics thing to where if you let up off the gas, it automatically brakes. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, I follow the subreddit, and there's people that say, when I gone back to driving gas, I've actually hit somebody because I forget that I have to press the brake. So it's like, I looked it up, and it's something past what I can understand, but it's some like
it's
physics.
An Elon thing.
Yes, exactly. So I'm like, I don't know, but that's fucking cool. So
that's pretty sick, though. I'm pretty sure that he's designed it so well that if like. Again, once you start letting go or you put the gas, the pressure of whatever brake system is. Because isn't there different types of like brake systems?
I think there is.
There's like air type brakes and there's like anti. I wish we were badass.
I know, me too. Yeah, like it's fucking crazy, but. Yeah, no, fucking Elon, dude. I heard like he has like a room at the Tesla factory. He doesn't even go home. He just sleeps there.
Like every Tesla factory, I bet.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is that?
Well, there's one that they're building, and I think it's in like Austin.
Yeah, Texas.
It's like so long. Like I think it's like a mile long almost. Like there's a video of somebody driving, and they're driving for a long ass time, and they're still passing it. Like fuck, I don't know where it's at. I think it's in Austin or something, but it is a huge building, and I think it's still being built, but it's massive.
Because I think Austin, and then the other one was the one in Shanghai or whatever. It's like the Gigafactory.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I know they have one in Berlin already, and there's another one somewhere, but I just don't know exactly. I wish I followed Tesla news as well too, because like there's so much shit going on with them. Like
there is.
They're inventing solar panels that could like really do better for the environment.
He just sent all those Starlinks to Ukraine. Yeah. That shit is nuts, man. That's a huge fucking innovation as well, because like people who live out in ranches, like way out, and even in New Mexico and stuff, they'll be able to get high speed internet, which is fucking great. Like when I was younger, my cousin's grandma, she wasn't related to me. She was through his mom. She lived out in, you know where Laguna, New Mexico is? Yeah. She lived like an hour past it, and it was like a ranch. And I remember going there and no phone, no cell service, nothing.
Maybe a landline. That's
right? Maybe. Yeah, I don't even remember, but I think there was a landline. Yeah. But they had like an outhouse, no plumbing or anything like that. It was wild.
Good old homesteading.
Right, exactly. I follow a homesteading subreddit, and that's interesting.
We're going to go through all the subreddits. Right? Jake, just pull out your phone. Let's just go list by list of the subreddits.
Exactly, dude. It is interesting as fuck. I follow some fucking wacky subreddits, bro. Reddit is the greatest place of all, bro.
That's literal, dude. That's how everyone gets together. Like, look at what happened to the fucking Wall Street thing.
Remember that's true. The GameStop thing?
Yeah, they all came through Reddit, dude.
Yep, that's exactly.
So crazy.
Dude, I think Reddit is my favorite social media. Twitter used to be my favorite when Twitter was in its like heyday, like back in like a little bit before 2016. Twitter used to be wild. Okay. It used to be insane.
The Wild West.
100%, dude. Now it's different. It's
commercialized.
Yeah.
So much like you can't do this or you can't post this.
And see, I didn't even like Instagram much either, but since I started comedy, I got got back into it, made sure I can post and all that stuff.
And that's one of like the easiest avenues too, just to get seen.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Everybody's trying to like, get seen, but
yeah,
I think Instagram is probably a pretty vague one.
Yeah.
That like if you throw a picture up and you put like a couple hashtags,
yeah,
then it becomes more readily available to everyone on there.
Exactly.
Compared to like a Facebook friend or even Twitter. Like I still think Twitter kind of has this thing where it's like a webbing of people. Like these people, then you follow these people.
Yeah.
Then you post something and then it goes that far.
Yes. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. And then with Instagram, it works really good too, because when I look up like tattoo ideas, I put like neck tattoo hashtag and thousands of fucking pages come up. I find new people. It's
you
crazy.
can probably put like that's a pretty good idea. Like you probably put specific like hashtag finger tattoos.
Yeah.
And then all of them are just finger tattoos.
Exactly.
For inspiration and stuff like that.
Yeah. Same thing with like with the cars and everything. I'll put Porsche like GT3 RS, GT2 RS, and it's just all those. Nice. It's fucking great. And then that's how I find like the car channels and stuff. But yeah, that's one of my like two of my favorite YouTubers are TJ Hunt. What he does is he like lately what he got is a RX-7, and he got the Veilside wide body kit. The car that Han has in Tokyo Drift. Yeah, he's rebuilding that. And then he also he did the Mustang from Tokyo Drift. He put a RB26 motor in it. And yeah, he is one of my favorite car YouTubers. He has like a wide body Lamborghini Huracan, which is fucking dope. Yeah, that Huracan, that Lamborghini is my favorite one of his cars. That shit is so nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, he is one of my favorite. He also drifts really good too. He's I think he posted a video now, and he's out in I believe Miami, somewhere's in Florida, and they're out there drifting in like competitions and stuff. But yeah, see, he has the dyno day for the RB26 motor with the Mustang. Like he's like so sick. Him, and then there's another guy. His name is Stradman, and I like his channel a lot because he has a lot of exotic cars. Like he has a Bugatti Veyron. He has like 3 Lamborghinis. He just bought a Countach. Like he's another cool one. His energy, you gotta kind of get used to it a little bit.
What is his name again?
Stradman. Yeah. Yeah, he is cool as shit. And then one thing I like about him is he always puts these wild colors on his car. Like he has a Viola Parsife Ferrari, which is like a dope ass purple, and it's like a 458 too. Like you never see a Ferrari like in wild colors. Like he goes all out with shit like that. Yes, this guy. Like he also bought a Safari Porsche, which is like I think it's like a 1980 something Porsche, and it has the it's got a lifted kit, so it like you can go out in the dunes in it and shit. It is so sick.
Still looks like a Porsche.
Yeah,
that's sick.
See, those older Porsches too are so fucking nice. One that I saw yesterday, I think it was like a 67 Porsche, like I don't know if it was a 911 or something, but that was a beautiful fucking car. Yeah, like those things are sick.
You always see some of those gems too when you're just driving down the road and you're just like, hey, damn, this guy took care of it, or he just like restored it, or damn, this is a good model car.
For sure. Well, there was I don't know if they still have it, but there was like a huge car show here. It was called the Super Nationals, and they would have a ton of anywhere from exotics to classics to like foreign everything. It was so sick. That we used to go every year to that when I was a lot younger. Yeah, because my dad loves cars, and he would take us there and to monster trucks. Those were the two events.
You have monster trucks?
Yeah. Dude, I was looking up videos on how to drive them, and I was like, I can't even climb into that fucking thing.
It's so bad.
Those things are wild.
That's a funny joke right there.
It is, huh?
As a kid, we always wanted to be monster truck drivers. Turns out I can't even get in it.
Yeah, exactly. Or like at my size, my Civic is basically a monster truck.
I know, yeah. Get in a Jeep. It's a monster truck.
Right? Yeah, those Jeeps are nice too, man.
Yeah, that's what's the beautiful thing about like all vehicles. I'm not like a big picky guy. I'm not just like, oh, this car is better than other cars. Like, it's like I hate when people have those things too, or just like, they wouldn't pick a Ford over a Dodge, or they wouldn't pick like, you know, a one muscle car over the other because like, oh, I'm a true fan of just this brand.
Yeah, exactly. Like even the American muscle heads like kind of annoy me too. Like, oh, I'm just about that. If you get a Ford and you're a pussy,
or Chevys or Chevys.
Like I mean, just it's cars, man. Fucking have an open mind.
They're dope. I mean, they're dope.
All of them, dude. Like. A Ford I would get would be a Mustang. Mustangs are the new Ford GTs. Have you seen those?
We're about to find out. So it's a new Ford GT.
Yeah, it's the 2021 Ford GT, and that shit looks. It's basically an exotic. That thing is so nice, and it's like $300,000, I think. But it is a beautiful car, and it has a V8, I believe. So the sound on that car is just ridiculous.
Jesus, what is this? Batman's vehicle?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus
Look at that.
Christ, that's crazy.
That shit is so beautiful, man. It's like a $300,000 car, something like that. But those are really nice. That would be one Ford I would get. And then a Chevy I would get is those new C8 Corvettes. Okay. I've seen a few of them here. I think some dude who like either works or probably owns Revel, he's always there in a red C8.
He has one?
Yes. Oh, and there's also the Model Y Tesla there. It's like those two. It's like a Model Y and then the C8.
Okay.
But those Model Ys, I think if I were to ever get a Tesla, the Model Ys, this SUV ones, I think that's what it would be.
The model, like, the way it looks.
Yeah, and on top of it is just the safety for it. Because I learned that Teslas, the SUVs, are some of the safest cars to ever be made. Because the battery pack is on the bottom, and it's so heavy, so those cars don't flip over.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know how there's those car tests, the crash tests, where it's like the car's sideways, and it's on that thing, and it stops and flips?
Yeah.
It doesn't flip.
Like, literally, yeah, they do it so many times. Like,
yes. Yeah, it is crazy. But, that's a dope one. I want a white one with the black wheels. That shit is so nice.
Nice. That'd be sick.
And even, like, the performance one on those, I think it hits 0 to 60 in, like, 3-point-something seconds.
Yeah, that's, like, faster than most fucking sports cars.
Faster than my car.
Yeah. See?
Like, even, like, the Tesla Semi, it hits 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. That is faster than my car.
Yeah, see?
Like, dude, those semis.
And that takes things that you need.
Exactly.
Like you can just imagine when future comes more along, where it's like literally Ukraine crisis or anything. Like they can get those things there faster than an actual. Well, a human could drive it too, but
but like it's faster, basically, and it's so weird watching videos of those semis driving because you're so used to seeing a semi and it takes a while to get there, but that thing takes off. Yeah. It's like a weird like glitch in your head seeing how fast that huge fucking thing is.
That's pretty sick,
dude. That's the fucking future. Fucking tanks on Tesla powered shit, like tanks just fucking going through.
Well, Oh, okay. I don't want to go too far into this because I still want to stick with the cars right now.
Yeah.
But the Ford released the new Mach E, right? It's called?
Yes, the Mach E,
and it's almost exactly like the Tesla model, like but it's supposed to be like the Mustang, right?
Yes,
it's supposed to be the Mustang of it, but electric car.
Exactly. I've seen one here. It was like downtown one night at Founders. Yeah. And that car is beautiful. That's crazy. It is fucking nice. I think Boozy has one of those too.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
But those Mach-Es are fucking nice. I don't know how fast they are either. I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
But those are beautiful. I would like to have one of those.
I love how that happened too. I guess Tesla kind of just said fuck it, and they just released the battery patent instead of like having to go through like this whole thing of like. You guys have to figure it out yourself. Speaking of cars out there.
I know, right?
Yeah, dude. Especially living right here, you hear all that fucking shit all the time. It's like, God damn it, you're so stupid.
You probably hear a lot of the planes, too. The airport isn't that far from here. Yeah.
And the stadium, too. Like, when they have, like, shit going on, like...
Yeah.
Go!
Yeah. Exactly,
yo. Like, oh, shit.
That's fucking wild. I haven't been to a fucking professional game, a college game here in a long time. Okay. I used to go to the Isotopes quite a bit.
Yeah.
But because I like baseball. I don't like sports at all, but I'll watch baseball.
Baseball's the one you're into?
Cool, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're into fighting too, right? That's like everyone's kind of go-to.
In a sense, boxing mostly. Boxing's tight. Anytime, like Floyd Mayweather is, he's always great to watch.
You'll just watch it, yeah.
So good. But other than that, it kind of depends.
Because I'm a big UFC fan, so that's why I like.
Are you? I heard there's like a fight tonight or something. Yeah.
Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal.
Masvidal, I know who that is. Yeah.
The guy that knocked out Ben Askren in like less than 5 seconds.
Yes.
The knee that was heard around the world.
See, dude, UFC is so fucking brutal, man. Yeah. That is a wild fucking sport to watch.
But that's what's so crazy too, is it's like it's a sport that if you're pretty good at one or the other thing, you might be able to win. Like, you know, they have this thing where it's like, oh, this guy's a stand-up guy, he knocks people out. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you have somebody like Hoist Gracie come into play, and he's just like, oh, I just get you in chokes and maneuver you, and you're done. Like, I love that aspect of it too. It's like there's so much more than just beating the hell out of somebody.
Yes, it's more technical.
If you wanted to do that, but compared to boxing, that is like more of like you have to be fast and you have to hit hard.
That's true. Yeah, boxing, I think, like, it's the thing with boxing that I like is it seems more like, I don't know the word, but like, I guess elegant and put together. Like, it's not like you're not gonna see some dude almost fucking die like with UFC, like all the blood and everything. Like, yeah, boxing gets brutal, but like, I don't know. I get weird watching shit like that. Like, I'm like, fuck, because I've had my ass beaten a few times, and just watching that shit, like, it's rough. Like, but I have friends who all of my friends love UFC, love sports as well. I'm like the only one who kind of really doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, especially you're probably the guy who's just like, hey, I'll chill and watch it with you guys, but I'm not
exactly.
You're not dedicated enough to follow the teams or anything. Yeah, like that.
For sure. Yeah, because I don't know. I never got into it. I think what a lot of it was is like I remember being real young, and I would have relatives who were really into like football, and they would be screaming at the TV, and I was like, it's a game, like it's on TV, like it's not that serious. I remember that from a young age. I'm like, why get into that? So I think ever since then I never really did. But like, you know, rugby is a fucking wild sport to watch. Yeah. Like if that's on, I'll fucking watch that. But it depends with sports. And then another thing too, I can never play sports. Like there was a point where I thought I did want to play sports. You look like an
amazing jockey.
Yeah, I could probably do that. You know, that would probably be fun.
Yeah, see, that's where it's at. I hear they party crazy too,
dude. For real, like on It's Always Sunny with the pills and everything. Yeah, exactly. I can party like a jockey for sure.
It all makes sense, dude.
Right?
It's all making the pharmacist, the jockey.
For real, yeah. It was. I've had a wild twists and turns in life.
But yeah, you're like what, 20?
I'll be 25 at the end of March.
25.
Yeah.
Jeez, and you look 30 times older than I do.
Yeah, exactly. It's the beard, man. It's so crazy. Yeah. That's why that was another reason why I grew it too, is because I wanted to look older. Like without the beard, dude, I look 15. Like I look young as shit. Like my sister, she's I think 3 years older than me, and she still looks very fucking young. Like it's a wild thing. But yeah, the beard shit. I love it.
That'd be cool to see though. Like I was saying, like just one time, dude. Just get it off.
Just
see it one time, dude.
Dude,
you know what they say, dude? It just grows back. It always goes back.
Well, what I've been thinking of doing is not completely shaving it, but like trimming it to where it's just on my face. It doesn't kind of hang down.
Yeah.
Because
like a douchebag.
Yeah, exactly. Because, dude, it gets very annoying. Like now, I'm thankful that like the mask thing is done. So because I used to have like a dent, like I still kind of do, but like that used to get it all messed up.
Yeah, like I've always seen people that have a beard or like a really thick beard, and they have a mask on, but yet the beard is like there's still like air. Yeah, you can still see that there's a bunch of air pockets that can go through it. So I was like, well, this makes no sense.
There's no point to it.
But you don't have like all of this all covered up and stuff. You're like kind of like bald in this like upper lip area. And only towards the bottom.
Yeah, like down here, that's where I've always wanted to grow it, but it's like genetic. My dad doesn't have that. Like all of my relatives, they have beards and they don't have that like covered. And I want it because the thing is that's good about beards that a lot of people don't talk about is if you break out, it's hidden. Yeah. But right here, you'll still see the breakouts. And I fucking hate that.
You've dealt with it before?
Oh, yeah. Like that's where I break out mostly is like on my chin and shit. And I fucking annoys the shit out of me. So I've always wanted that. But the thing that gets me so annoyed with it is when I'm eating, I will get the hair in my mouth. And it's fucking gross. It's disgusting. I hate it. So I've been thinking about trimming it, but, you know, we'll see. I'm very attached to it.
Very attached. Well, when did it start to come in?
Right when I stopped going to high school. I got my GED, but it was like 11th grade. And when I stopped going in, I started just growing it out.
Just like he's a man now.
Yeah, it mostly started from just like degeneracy, if that's a word.
Yeah,
like, I wasn't going anywhere, no school, nothing. So I was like, fucking let it grow. And I was like, oh, this is pretty sick. I like it, so I kept it.
It's crazy how like it has, as times changed, it like changed the meaning. Like when you're older, back in the day, you had a wise beard. You were like a wise young man.
Yep.
You had all this beard, but then you get older, and times like in the present time, you have a beard. You're just like
a douchebag.
Oh yeah, this hipster dude that just wants a beard, or like, or you're homeless. You know, something has nothing to do with knowledge anymore.
No,
and that's what it used to be. Like, oh, this is so knowledgeable with this
right?
big beard, and like he's been around for so long,
dude. Real shit. I know. Yeah, I've wanted one too because my dad had one, and then when I was in the 10th grade, my favorite teacher, he was a chemistry teacher. He had a really long beard, and I remember seeing him. I was like, I want one day.
Yeah.
And shit.
Right. Old scientist, dude. Right.
Dude,
see?
For real. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I remember my old scientist teacher had one to Mr. Davies. It's just like bald.
Yeah.
He was bald. But let me tell you, enough hair down there, he could just swipe it up there. If you wanted
exactly. Dalia has this bit where there's a guy like with a long beard and like bald. He's like, you look like you just woke up today and was just like that. And I was like, it's such a fucking stupid observation, but that shit made me laugh. It's fucking funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, Dalia's crowd work, because I never used to watch Dalia at all, but it was Tyler who told me. He was like, dude, you need to see his crowd work. And I looked it up, and I was like, holy shit, this dude is a fucking like genius when it comes to crowd work. Yeah. He is so good with it. Like, that's who I've been watching a lot lately. I've watched all his fucking crowd work videos, stand-up videos and shit now. Because, like, I knew who he was, but I never, like, really got into him or anything. But, yeah, that dude is...
See, that's what sucks, too, is, like, he is awesome. I like his comedy. He's funny. But then he got in controversy.
Yeah, exactly.
See? Then are you that weirdo that likes Chris D'Elia now?
Yeah, for real.
Have you ever seen the show Workaholics?
I have, yes.
Okay, have you ever seen the episode with him on it?
I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
He's a pedophile in that episode. That's exactly. Like 2 years before everything happened.
Dude, that's
perfect typecasting. Jesus Christ.
It's insane. I had read, I think he was talking about it or something, because you know how there was that whole controversy with him in Albuquerque?
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember that too.
Well, he was saying, he was like, I got a movie like right after that, and he was like, all right, so where are we going to be filming it? And they were like, it's in Albuquerque. And he was like so sketched out because he had to come back to this place where everybody hates him.
Yeah.
But I don't know what movie it was for, but he was like, wow, that would happen to me. But fucking A, man.
See, but that's another crazy thing that's pretty cool we can get into is like the comedy scene here.
Yes.
It's like we don't have a comedy club.
No.
But we have movie industry here.
Yes.
So big time actors, big time comedic actors come here to make movies.
Yep.
They're sitting in their hotel room.
Yeah. And
they're just like, fuck it. I guess looks like I'm going to take a plane back to LA to go do comedy.
Yeah. Because
my movie doesn't start until another 3 days or something,
Exactly. Yeah.
But if we had that established like comedy club here, we probably would see bigger names.
For sure.
Hanging out with us.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the thing. Because, like, I was talking with Zach Bennett one night at Revel, and there's, like, comedy clubs where he's at, and he was like, yeah, I have opened for Ari Shaffir, for Stanhope and shit like that. I think he said Stanhope. I think. Maybe not. But I remember him saying Ari Shaffir, and I was like, holy shit, that's, like, one of my favorites. Yeah. And, dude, that would be so cool. Because if we had a comedy club here, it would be a stop on all the tours. Mark Norman would come here. Sam Morril, fucking...
They kind of did. I don't know if you remember, there was like a comedy thing going on.
I remember
at the
hearing
Santa
about
Ana. Well, before, okay. So I don't know. See, I don't know either because I'm still kind of new. This is barely my like third year into the comedy scene and stuff as well.
Yeah.
But when I first started, there was actually this thing at the Santa Ana Casino called the
Stage.
Yes.
Yes, I've heard about that.
So there, they had big names go up.
Yeah, Dave Attell was there.
Mark Norman was there before.
No shit, really?
He did a show with Joe List before.
Fucking A.
So there's been some big names that go there.
Yeah.
But they actually used our comics as host.
See, that's fucking there. Dope.
So that's already like some kind of avenue of that kind of sense. Like, hey, this is a good local comic. He could introduce this national comic and then maybe gain a relationship or whatever, publicity.
See, that would help us out so much. Because the thing with the scene here is there is a shit ton of great talent here. Like, especially like a lot of the people that were on the Guild last night. Or just like there's so many comedians here who I could see fucking just being that level of Mark Normand and fucking like.
Or they are, but they're just not noticed yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Like we can just, I don't want to brag, but I mean, Sarah Kennedy has so many fucking TV credits and stuff that it makes like, why isn't she famous? Yeah. Same thing with Jess Wood.
Exactly.
Jess Wood has been on so many things like, oh man, it blows me away.
It does. I know. Jess, like, I come to her a lot for advice. She is so fucking funny. Yeah. She is awesome.
Well, man. She knows. She's, again, that's the cool thing about being in the scene so long and knowing all this stuff. Yeah. Like I love like Josh and Zach, they know a lot and they have a lot of great like insight and stuff. But then you hear something different from like Royal or something from like, you know, like Jess or something. Yeah. Or even like you know, when comics come from out of state and then they end up becoming friends, like what was that guy's name? Neil Rubenstead? Or whatever.
Yeah, I never met him, but I know.
I didn't meet him either, but look how Carla became friends with him like that. Yep. And he's like a pretty, like, he's got decent following. Like, he goes, does some stuff. Kurt Fletcher,
yes.
Is another one. He goes out there and does so much, and that's like,
for sure,
different insight and input.
Kurt is, I think he's headlining Stir Crazy in Phoenix soon. Okay. And I fucking love Phoenix. Phoenix is great. My friend lives there. I'm going to Phoenix soon, too, just to go visit my friend. But it'll be like a weekend, so there's probably not much open mics and shit. I was thinking of doing that, but
that's what happens to me. So usually every year during Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend, which one's in September?
Labor Day.
So during that weekend, they have an anime con in Arizona that's 4 days.
Oh shit!
And I usually get 1 day, an hour slot to do a comedy show.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And last year I took Jared. I wanted to take Tyler, Robert, Caleb, and Jared. Yeah. But everybody flaked on me.
Really?
The only one that came was Jared.
Oh, shit.
So we had to fill a whole hour with just me and him. Like, it was crazy.
Oh, like an hour spot?
Yeah.
Oh,
we had to do a whole hour show because, like, the con goes on throughout the whole day. Yeah. And then there's like you can go to like a they give you a booklet, and then there's different rooms where things are going on. Like, you can go into this room and there's like comic book illustration 101. You can go learn how to make a comic book in an hour, or like you can go learn how to sew, or you can go talk about your favorite comic books, or go talk. There's a bunch of different stuff going on in different rooms, right? Yeah. And it happens every hour, and then they change, and then something different happens in another room. Yeah. So we got a slot to do it for 1 hour in one of the rooms, and we were like, we're gonna do a comedy show. Yeah. 10 minutes each, dude. We're gonna all be there, dude. And it was just me and Jared. We both together probably did like maybe like 30 minutes, like we both together. Damn. And then we just like riffed off the crowd, and then like,
that's cool.
We had the Cards Against Humanity idea too.
Oh, really?
So we were doing that.
Perfect. That's what's up. Was it a good crowd there?
It was fun, and that was the cool thing about it too. Is like it's kind of like an open mic kind of thing, because people are passing by your door and stuff, and they're like, what's going on in here? Oh, cool. And once they start seeing it, it starts getting crowded. There's more people. At one point, there was like at least like 75 people in there.
Really?
Yeah, and then the room sat like 90, so it was almost filled. Like, it was a dope little spot.
Dude, that's what's up. I didn't know they did shit like that at those types of things. That's fucking cool.
You could think of like anywhere now, though. Like, you've seen it now. Like, you see Christian go to fucking poetry mics.
Yeah, exactly. The Los Lunas ones.
You can do it anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. I went on Tuesday at Nob Hill Lizard Tail. It was like a music open mic, and I went with Christian, and that was one of the best fucking sets I had that week. It was fucking great. Because sometimes what I like about those like crowds is they've never seen anything I've done, so I do all the old shit, and it kills. It was great. And then I went to Juneau and bombed after that. But
that's how it goes.
Exactly. That's a thing that I do like about comedy too, is the ups and downs. It keeps you on your toes. Yeah. Like, you have to be ready for everything.
Yeah, you love your highs because it's I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe this is in my personal opinion. I'm not to that level yet where my highs have been better than my lows. Yeah. I'm still kind of swinging a miss a lot. Yeah. But that's what I feel, though, is like those highs are making me strive to make sure I don't get those lows as much.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to keep, God, like I killed last time. How can I not do it this time? Come on, let's go on.
Exactly.
I just that motivation and shit.
Well, and the other thing too is a lot of the rooms here are really hard. Like the mics are hard. Sometimes like the crowd's just not into it. Like, I was talking with Jess about this yesterday, because she just did like a show in Tucson, and it was at a comedy club. And she was like, you forget how hard we have to work here in these rooms. You go to a comedy club and these people are ready to fucking laugh. And that's something I've never performed in a comedy club or anything. And sometimes the rooms here are tough. Like there was, I don't remember which day it was, but it was like, because I had jokes that I know fucking worked and just nothing hit.
That's how it does, man.
Dude, for real. Like you just never know, man.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy because you think, okay, there's a lot of people here. They're fucking going to be ready for it.
They want to hear my good joke.
Yes, exactly. And fucking nothing.
It's not a good joke. Dude, now you know how I feel about my fucking binary rapping coach.
Dude, I love that one.
Dude,
so good.
Because I've done it so many times that the highs I've done it once like a couple times where it just killed. Yes. Everyone's laughing. Caleb comes up to me. He's like, "That's how you do it, hell. That's how you do it." Yep. And then I try the same exact thing at an even bigger crowd, hyper people. Yep. Like, oh my god, the Gong Show's gonna love this shit.
Yeah,
and it doesn't. Oh, it's horrible.
Dude,
it's crazy how that shit works.
Such a punch to the crotch, man. It sucks. Like I don't know if you saw my set yesterday at First Fridays, but that last joke I have about the 10 Commandments. I've done that joke and it is fucking murdered. But like there has been a few times where that joke just falls flat, and it did yesterday.
That's when you talk about like he fucked up, right? He's
like he didn't tell the priest not to diddle kids and shit. Yeah, like because I didn't even think that one was gonna be good, but I said it at Caleb's mic and they all fucking loved it, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna use this, and people liked it, but it's like a lot of like you don't know if there's gonna be Jesus people in the audience,
it's a hit or miss,
so it's that one's a rough one. So I made the decision. I was like, I'm gonna do that one at the end of my set because I don't want to have to dig myself up out of a hole.
Yeah.
So that one, whenever I say it usually has to be like at the end, just in case I can get off there and fucking just dip. So, but
that's the thing too, is we have to remember the rules of comedy. Like we have to start on a high note and end on a high note.
Exactly, that's true.
And like like where like we have those well polished jokes, and then the in between is where we're like, oh hey, raping, hey, dumb stuff.
Like I feel it, yeah. And then like another thing I've been doing is trying to do is I start off with written, end with written, and then try to do crowd work in the beginning, and it's still going the way you would imagine it would go with me being like very new. But like there are some times where it works, and that's one thing that I really want to get good at is the crowd work, because the thing with doing crowd work is it's more fun than doing the written set. The written set is cool, but like doing crowd work, like going up there with nothing and getting something out of it is just a really unimaginable feeling. I feel so fucking great. But like if I want to remember anything I did, I have to record when I'm doing crowd work because I do not remember anything.
But you'll get to the point too, I feel, because I kind of feel like I can have a couple jokes that I know are crowd work jokes.
Yeah.
That you can say, and then it brings up the crowd work thing.
Yes.
Like it's kind of like a pre-written crowd work thing where you know it's going to get them to talk to you. And then it's like the interaction begins, and that's where the wittiness comes. You're just like, fuck, okay, I set it up. I better be able to finish it.
Exactly. Yes. It's so insane. And then what I want to do too is keep writing, because there are some times when like you'll be doing crowd work and the subject will go into one of your bits and you just look like fucking Louis C.K. up there, just flowing through it. So that's another thing too. But I've been trying to get a lot of advice on crowd work, and one thing I've learned is that you don't have to hit everything that comes at you. Keep getting information until you can build off that. But then sometimes that backfires on me because it'll just look stupid. It'll look like I'm just talking to somebody in a regular conversation. I won't get anything out of it.
Or like again, like it's an audience base, and then all of a sudden you're like trying to crowd work that one person.
Yeah.
So they're the only one that's gonna listen. Everyone else is like, oh well,
tuned out.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you made him laugh.
Yeah, for real, for real. But no, sometimes you do get something. But that is something I do want to keep working on, because I want to get good in like the different. I want to stay challenged with comedy. I want to try different aspects of everything. Like once I get a good grip on like the crowd work, I do want to try doing stories and that type of thing, because that's something. Because with the stories, it's too technical for me to like pay attention, because there's other things that I want to do. And with the stories, what I want to have is the laughs per minute, so that way it's not like this long fucking thing and the payoff isn't good and people are like, what the fuck did I just listen to that for?
Yeah, and then that's when the downfall. I'll start talking then, and they don't want to listen anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, so like the stories, you have to really pay attention to a lot of shit that goes into those. Because like I have some wild shit that has happened, and I've tried to do a story once, and it was at the garage, and it worked. But then I realized I was like, everybody's drunk and coked up,
and
so
it's the garage,
yeah, exactly. So
and it's the way the garage works too is like more of a supportive kind of thing.
Yes, yeah,
like
exactly.
Okay, this is what I've heard from a couple of comics like Kill Tony and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like they've always said that like doing like garage type mics is fun and all, but everyone's intention is to find a punchline.
Yes.
So they're, even if it isn't kind of funny, they're just like, at least he tried, They kind of get the humor of you trying and stuff.
Exactly.
The garage is a little bit more brutal sometimes. Sometimes they're literally like, that shit was whack.
Yeah.
you know Steph won't back down from saying shit sometimes, man.
Exactly. I know. Well, see, the garage is wild too, because I think that is the place where I feel the most comfortable on stage, because like I'll do 10 minutes at the garage and it will not feel like 10 minutes at all. I've done a 10-minute a 10-minute open mic at I think it was the German Club, and it felt like so long.
Yeah.
Like, but at the garage it just goes by like that. It's the weirdest thing. But I mean, I just have to get out more and keep doing it, because like it's like I've gotten used to the 5 minutes, but 10 minutes you just feel like you're up there very long. Yeah. And it's I don't know, it's a weird thing.
And I like to think too, like I like to think I have 10 minutes of material.
Yeah.
But technically I only have 5 and I'm stretching it.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
That's a
like technically I do have, like, if I were to time it, maybe about like 10 minutes, but like doing it is a different story, for sure.
Some stuff comes out faster.
Yes.
Nobody laughs at that joke, so you're like, the third joke is going to be even worse.
Yeah, exactly. For real. Like I tried doing 10 minutes at it was one of the Christian mics at like Monte Vista. And
I love how those are his mics.
I know, yeah.
Let's go to one of the Christian mics.
Well, I was all excited. I was like, yeah, I could do 10 minutes. Nobody was fucking paying attention. I was like, I got off at 6. I was like, fuck this. But yeah, that dude hits so much, man. It's fucking crazy.
So that's one thing he has over any of the comics here, is that he's hit more open mics than anybody in a week span.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. He'll hit like 15 sometimes.
And he's not even in a fucking city.
I know. Yes.
He's here.
Yeah. Like he was hitting Los Lunas. He's been wanting me to go with him to Los Lunas and shit. And I'm like,
I want to go so bad too, but I always get out of work so fucking late.
Yeah. That. And then I hate driving late at night that far. Yeah. That's why I haven't gone to Santa Fe. I want to go to Santa Fe so fucking bad. Yeah. But it's like drive back, my eyes suck.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's,
See, this is where Tesla would just be like cruise control.
Dude.
You just have to be like a little aware.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Just, fucking, like, there's people that take that shit too far. Like, there's some video that went viral, some dude sleeping in the back when he's fucking driving. Like,
I've seen some dude play guitar and that's gonna impale you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're instantly dead when a car crash happens.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. I saw these pictures on Twitter yesterday, and this girl had gotten into a wreck, and she had an imprint of the Hyundai emblem looking perfect. But I was like, what's your hand doing when you're wrecking? Like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, because like hers, I guess you can kind of see if you're driving like that, it hits you there. But there was another guy in like the thing where it was back here, another one back here. Like, I'm like, how are your hands positioned when you crash?
What was going on?
Yeah.
It's like a rollover of 30 times. Like,
I know. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking weird, man.
That would be crazy as fuck.
Dude, for real.
So, we were talking about it a little bit because I was like, I want to stick with the car stuff.
Yeah.
But we were kind of moving a little bit more into like future technology and stuff. Tesla doing like, the solar panels and stuff like that.
Yes, Starlink, all that.
One of the things Elon Musk was talking about is the Neuralink, the computer chip in your brain.
Yeah. I haven't read up on that too much, but I think that's a little too far.
What? I want to.
Dude, that's like does it go inside? Yeah, see,
it's hair-like, so they literally have to take a little piece of your skull off.
Oh, see, that's...
Little piece of your skull comes out, and then they put like these wires that are hair-like follicles, and they all touch a certain part of the neuron in your brain, and then that sends like an electric pulse or whatever to activate what needs to be done.
So what does it do exactly? Is it like...
Well, technically what it's supposed to do right now is to help people that have like paraplegic diseases. Like, they're paralyzed, or maybe they have like bad eyesight, or like no motion, or some stuff like that like neurological damage that can be fixed.
That's fucking great.
So they're starting to do that.
Yeah.
But it's going to get so good that it's going to be just like having Google in your head.
So like you'll just know all that shit?
Yeah, you can just like have it there.
Dude, that is intense. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Because technically we already are there. Like,
that's true.
We have our phone and we can look up anything, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, they're just taking out the middleman right there.
Yeah, that's the thing is like they say the bandwidth from typing it in and absorbing the information. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time.
That's
but
true.
If it's
instant,
in your head.
Yeah,
I mean
that would be pretty crazy. Like, what would be the point of like getting a degree anymore?
Yeah, and this is my thing too. Like, what if it can actually this is okay. This is a religious thing because people are like, you're made a certain way. This is how you're supposed to be made. But what if they can cure like psychopaths and they can cure like rapists and like all this stuff that like burdens the world and we're so scared of, but yet Neuralink's makes better humans.
That's you're talking me into it now. That's crazy. Because what I was thinking is like turning people into like robots. The chip in the head, cliche shit.
Your arm is stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but yet you still have information. I get what kind of like Terminator stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So but with the like paraplegics and then like curing like the rapists and murderers and shit, like that's pretty crazy. And then like like I said, people wouldn't have to go to college. They wouldn't have to work hard in school or anything. Everything is there. Yeah. Like that would actually be a wild innovation. It shows you how, we're just another extraterrestrial. Like there's other extraterrestrials that already have this and we're at the beginning stages. We're getting there.
How do you know they have this?
That's true. You don't know.
But I like that you're speculating there might be out there.
Yeah, I believe they are.
Yeah, for sure. You believe in aliens?
100%.
You're an alien believer.
I am.
Do you think they are out there or they are already among us?
I don't know about Among Us. I believe they may have came here
before.
I don't know. Yeah, before.
Okay.
But I don't know if they're still here in politics, whatever. All that whole thing.
you see that's what I love is like you like try to joke about it. It's like I don't know politics stuff, but what I'm talking about. Illuminati.
Yes.
Reptilians.
Exactly. Yeah.
We all saw the Obama footage.
Yeah. Exactly. So that one I'm not sure about, but like they've definitely come and like there's monuments that we can't explain like the pyramids and all that shit. I do believe that that could have had some help from shit like that. And then there was something that I had read a long time ago to where from the Roswell landing or whatever till now, the jump in technology is something that the Earth has never seen before. Yeah. Like even within the Renaissance period, way back then when it was a lot about the science and then the art and shit. But like from when were the aliens here? Like it was in the 40s or some shit till now. Look at the amount of technology we have. Like it's fucking self-driving cars, fucking chips in the head, curing fucking people. Like
cell phones. Look how fast the transition was from bulk, smaller, and now it's just like literally the palm of your hand.
Exactly. Like fucking when like flat screen TVs. Like it's like
that we lived in the day where we still saw the projection TVs.
Yeah, exactly. The big box and shit. Yeah, I used to have. Well, no, we didn't. I used to have one of the big ones that my auntie used to, but we used to have like the big big backed and everything because there used to be the big backed ones that were really big and they looked real professional and shit. Yeah. But we used to have the smaller ones with like the concave like fucking screen on it.
Okay.
But yeah, now fucking I bought my TV for like $200, something like that.
It's smart TV, right?
Yeah, smart TV.
Yeah, see?
And fucking when smart TVs first came out, they were probably thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and now you can look up anything you want. You can learn how to make a smart TV on your smart TV.
Exactly. Bro, it is so insane how far it's come.
So do you think that's making us better humans, or are we kind of like doing this whole like self-destruction kind of thing? We're just kind of like we're making ourselves to turn into something we're just going to kill anyways. Like mutually self-destruction. Yeah.
I think there's a big duality in it, if that is the right word. I'm just throwing out shit. But there's good and bad with it. Because
I like that. That's philosophy.
Yeah. Thank you. But it's like making us more lazier. It is. But, it's given us so much. And it's...
So, see, that's the thing I hate is like, so technology has not made us lazier. It's made some people lazier. Because have you seen some of the innovation in technology for working out?
No.
Like treadmills are way more sufficient. You actually have like these weightlifting systems that actually resist to the rate as you're going with them.
Oh, shit.
So like say you're pulling on them and then you're actually doing it so well that you can just keep doing it so easy. Then it knows automatically like, okay, time to make it harder for him. And the resistance gets harder. And
that's wild.
See, and it's going with you, and it's like a smart kind of exercise, which is making you a more durable, stronger human.
Yeah, and it's a better workout. And we'll see what I was thinking. The reason I said lazy is because
99% of every people are lazy.
Yeah, that too. And what I'm thinking is everything is more streamlined, I guess. Because like if you needed to look something up that you could look up on Google, you would go to the library. And now you don't do that anymore. Like there's a room on top of the main library where it's like through like newspapers and shit from like long ago. There's yearbooks and stuff. We don't need that anymore. We have all of the yearbooks from newspapers from long ago fucking just right there at the palm of our hand. So I don't know if it's lazy. I do get where you're coming with from that point. It's more streamlined. Like, you know, it's cut out the middleman for a lot of fucking things.
So the things that people would have to have done,
they don't need to anymore.
Yeah, it's just so much simpler. So, so they lose the effect of, because like some people would like going to the library.
I love going to the library.
Walking around, seeing different books and stuff compared to now where you literally can scroll on your phone looking for your book.
100%. You don't even need to buy books anymore. That shit's all on there. So I do think there is probably a lot more good than anything. I mean, I wouldn't imagine having to deal with all of that other shit, like, especially when it comes to, like, technical stuff. Like, now everything in stores is all streamlined, credit cards, all that stuff. Like, there's not, like, cash and all, like, typing in all the barcodes and shit. Like, so I think, there is a lot more good with it. But then, you know, you get to that point where people, like, can abuse the things, like the internet, like there's the dark web, like all of that stuff. So, you know, there's goods and bads with everything for sure.
That's the shitty part about it, is that there is like the yin and yang of it all. There's always going to be that. Like it's going to be good, but it's probably going to be bad sides to it too.
Exactly. Like the whole thing with like the freedom of speech, like does, you know, like how like the hate speech for like you can't have somebody out here saying Nazi shit and everything. Yeah. But like I don't know. It like you give people too much freedom, there is gonna be the bad things that come with it. I guess I don't know. I'm not well versed in that, but like that's what I imagine.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like they were talking about it too. Like if you censor so much, then it's gonna end up being everything's getting censored.
Exactly.
But you don't want it to be that way because you want freedom.
Yeah.
So that means you have to let the stupid shit fly. You have to let it come out so that it's overtaken by proper speech or like better ideas. Like we want, if it's dumb, okay, let's talk about it. Why is it? Why do you like it? Okay, well, as you can see, there's a majority of people that disagree with you, and like you can have your opinion, but hopefully it doesn't end up in like a, I don't know, violent state or anything like that. That's always the weirdest thing too, is like people get so like heated with their opinion. Like you see it all the time, like the left and the right practically want to fight each other because it's just talking shit about each other.
Well, that's a big part of like the debating too, is you're not like the reason for a debate is to find common ground, I guess, but you are so on your side that you're just not going to get any points across. Like, I really don't see the point in any of that anymore. Like, it's all just dumb. That's why I love comedy. It's a fucking great way to escape all that bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I've checked out with a lot of that shit. It's fucking very ridiculous, man. People, you know, just have an open mind. That's it, you know? If every human had an open mind, the world would be so great.
Yeah, it'd probably be a lot more acceptance, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know, man. It's fucking wild.
Well, it's crazy times we're living in, man.
It is. It really is.
And it's hard to think of like why though, because like I don't know, us not knowing anything really about our history or anything, like where we come from and stuff like that. Yeah, we don't really know how we're supposed to interact with each other and why things are supposed to be a certain way. Like it's weird. Like it gets weird.
Like, there's been a shit ton of, like, more violence here lately. And, like...
I saw this thing where it said that we're, like, top raped cities. I was like, what is that? What?
Exactly.
What?
Dude, it's intense, man. Just yesterday, there was a shooting in broad daylight in downtown, like right by El Rey, like right in the alley back there.
Jesus Christ.
Like, dude, it's everywhere. But then people will be like, oh, I want to get the fuck out of Albuquerque, go somewhere safer. Dude, there's shit like that everywhere.
Yeah, that's true, too.
It's all over. Because, like, I used to want the same thing, too. I was like, I want to get out of Albuquerque, go somewhere that's nicer, more safe. But, like, you can't escape it. And then I met all you guys, all the comedy people, and I was like, I fucking love it here. Yeah. Because I used to have a lot of hate. I did not like living here. I wanted to move. But after getting out, you know, every night, being with cool people, it's made me really like it. I don't mind it, really.
Yeah, and I love... there was a comedian that was here a couple of years ago, not like 2 years ago, but he was here out of town.
Yeah.
His name was Lloyd Lee.
I don't think I met him.
He's a really cool guy. But he always told me, too, like, this is the place to develop your style.
Yes, for sure.
Once you start getting comfortable with what you're doing, you can take it out there. And you can do... But going out there is going to be a lot harder because... Yeah. Like just like Jess kind of puts it in that sense too. We work so hard here that when we go out there, it's gonna be like fucking cake to us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, and that's my plan too. Is I want to develop here for a few more years, and then eventually, you know, the dream would be to end up in New York. You know, that'd be fucking awesome. But you know,
I have all the short people want to go to New York
because it's big. We got more space.
It's a big city, right? The Big Apple.
Yeah, exactly. But New York, it's funny because like I'll look up videos of people just driving in New York, just looking at the city. It looks so fucking cool.
Because I'm kind of like the opposite. I want to go to LA.
LA is fucking awesome.
I want to hit that comedy scene where they're just like, oh, hey, if you're a comic, you might become an actor too.
Yes.
And that's what I kind of want to do. Like I love comedy. Comedy's so great. But even when I started doing music and stuff, it's always about trying to be famous. Like I want to be in front of a bunch of people.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm just like, I love comedy. I'm working on the skill. I want to get better at making people laugh, but I want to be able to look good in front of a producer. So they're like, you would probably be good for this role or this movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just another avenue that I'm trying to get with comedy.
For sure. Well, see, the thing with stand-up is I love stand-up. It'll always be like my one love. But there are other things that I want to do with it. I view it as like a bit of a stepping stone. Because one thing that I would really love to do is write screenplays and direct movies and stuff. I think that is such a fucking cool job. And, you know, using comedy to get to that place would be fucking great.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, I would love to, you know, be able to do comedy clubs, sell out comedy clubs, even theaters maybe. That would be fucking awesome. But like, you know, I don't want to just do stand up, but you know, and do other things. But the main thing will always be stand up for sure. Cause I've gotten such a love for it.
It's a good stepping. Like I never would have thought I would have been this much into it.
Dude, me neither at all. Like I used to like school presentations and shit like that. Dude, I hated that. I hated group projects. I hated getting up in front of people. And it's like I even went through a phase where I was like, I have my friends. I don't want to meet anybody else. Fuck that. I'm going to stay home. And now it's like a complete like 180 or 360, whatever the fuck. Like now I love
720. Whatever.
Yeah, well, one of them. Like I love being on the stage. I love talking with new people, meeting new people. Yeah. Like I don't know where the fuck it came from, but it was just a complete switch. And
well, that's good too, because if you really think about it, you're never really the same person you are from like even a couple of years ago.
Oh, 100%.
Like you just develop so much differently over time, and it's just like that's great. Like you've embraced something that you probably never thought you would do.
Yes.
Like at all.
That's true. Yeah. Like
have you ever played in a band or anything?
No, I've always wanted to.
You've ever done stuff like that though? Like, you know, jammed with them or hung out with bands while they're...
Not really. Most of my friends are rappers. Okay. So like I guess
the music scene though.
Yes.
So you have been in. Okay, I do remember you were saying you remember like the UBR or something like that, right? You were kind of been to those?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and you know people from those scenes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the music scene is a lot different than the comedy scene because there's a lot more beefs. There's a lot of like sides you got to pick.
That's
like
hilarious.
it's pretty fucking wild, and it gets fucking violent sometimes too. Yeah. Like it gets really wild. But that's one thing that I love about comedy is it's real cohesive. Everybody is very different, but they all get along. Yeah. Everything's fine for the most part.
And it's not like a ego thing either.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't think like a band that is like headlining.
Yeah.
They really don't always socialize or talk to the opening band.
100%. And it's completely different.
Yeah. Here, like literally like again, Sarah Kennedy's.
Yeah, Zach, Josh, Jess.
We're all shaking hands.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. So it's different. I like it. It's a lot less stressful than, having to, deal with all that other shit. But
you do want to play in a band.
I do. I would love to be. One thing I've always wanted to do is play bass. Because my favorite musician, punk rocker, is Fat Mike from NoFX. Wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that. But and he plays the bass and he sings. Always wanted to do that. That is so fucking cool. And like music has always been a huge part of my life. I found, when I was little, my parents used to listen to like a lot of like country stuff and like pop stuff. And then I got into Slipknot, and I got into like all the things from that, like Korn,
the new metal thing,
the new metal, System of a Down, all that shit. And when I was about 7 years old, my cousin had picked me up once. He's probably the smartest dude I know. He's one of my favorite cousins. He's awesome. He's lives in Seattle. He's a professor. He's great. But I remember he picked me up once, and I was about 7 years old. And in the car, he played the song Time Bomb by Rancid, which is a great punk band. And since that day, punk has become my favorite genre. It is, that's pretty much all I listen to. And Rancid is great. I always mess around with like my friends and everything. I'm like the punk rock missionary. I just want to get that shit out to the people, get them listening to that shit. Like, but my friend, I've told him so long to start listening to punk, and finally he heard some songs from like Bad Religion. He's been listening to a lot of Bad Religion. Feel like a fucking proud dad or some shit.
Yeah, just like kind of passing the torch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, I fucking love punk. And the thing with punk is it's helped me out a lot in like the bad times in my life, because listening to punk, it's very hard to be sad, especially if you're listening to something like Rancid, the upbeat fucking melodies and the lyrics. Very hard to be sad and mope around when you're listening to punk. So, whenever I've dealt with depression quite a bit, and listen to punk brings you right out of that shit. And so yeah, I was listening to Misfits on the way here. Like, yeah, it's pretty much all I listen. But like, I did go through phases where I loved rap. I love Lil Wayne, probably my favorite rapper of all time. Same thing with Tyler. I love them. But I haven't like. I went through a period of rap, and I haven't gone back, Okay. Like with punk, I always gravitate back to punk. So it's, like now I don't listen to much rap. I listen to a Kanye song because I like Playboy Cardi a lot. And he had this song with Kanye, and I think it was called like Off the Grid. And I was like, this is pretty badass. But I think the reason why I like Cardi a lot is because he embraces the whole punk aesthetic. And, some people will call it like poserish or whatever, but I don't think so. I think he's doing it's
justified.
Like, yeah, exactly.
He's representing well enough.
That's exactly it. And he's living by like the philosophy of punk, just not giving a fuck, doing what he wants to do.
And I think that's so true of like every music genre. They all do that, where they all steal from each other. Like
100%.
I was watching this stupid thing on Netflix where it's like explain stuff to you, and it's called, the show is called Explained, but it's so dumb. Anyways, they're explaining country music, and then like what counts as a country music song. Yeah. And then they're going over stuff like Lil Nas X.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? Like, is it country?
I would say so.
Say, right?
It hit all the country top charts and shit.
And then you end up seeing other, like, I didn't know about these other country artists, but there's a country guy who's like rapping the whole time. He's not rapping like a rapper, but he's like, getting in the ball, trying to get in the round because it's time to see it down.
I think I know who you're talking about. He was on like Ridiculousness or something.
But see, that's what's crazy is that like they have that. They're like, I'm gonna take that ABB rhyme scheme from rap with no like real like melody or anything. It's all just like repetitive lines that just sounds cool, and I'm gonna put that in a country song. And it's crazy to think that music can do that so much now.
Dude, exactly. And that's one cool thing that I like about the Misfits is because when people write songs, there's a lot of rhyming in it. And there's some Misfits songs where shit does not rhyme. Yeah. And it's like the weirdest thing, but
you see that a lot in metal. Like in metal.
That's true.
Like a lot of metal. Like a lot of Cannibal Corpse albums don't rhyme at all. It's just straight like mutilation of death. Find the putrid soul. I killed your mother. Tell me more and more.
Priest of Sodom. Like, goddamn.
It's just how it's presented in the music.
Yes, for sure.
What I've always loved about that too.
Yeah. Yeah, Cannibal Corpse is wild, dude. I went through a phase where I was just reading their lyrics and listening to their songs, and that is fucking rough, dude. Yeah. Their lyrics are fucking wild. But their sound is just unlike anything I've ever heard. I, like most people, found Cannibal Corpse through that movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're playing that. I was like, fuck, I had to have been like 8, 9 years old watching that, and I have never seen like music where you could not understand the dude is just growling and it sounded so sick, and my cousin was like, that shit sounds dumb. I was like, this is the fucking coolest shit I've ever heard.
How can you not?
Like, yeah, exactly. So I dove real deep into them. Death metal, I still would like to explore that more, but deathcore is great. I love deathcore, like Thy Art Is Murder, Suicide Silence, that type of shit, Carnifex. Like I remember like a few weeks ago I was diving deep into that shit, like Chelsea Grin, all that stuff.
Okay.
Like I go through weeks where it just kind of depends on what I'm going to be listening to for that week. But again, always gravitating back to punk.
Multiple genres, trying to keep it fresh.
Yeah, like I'm stoked because I'm gonna be driving to Phoenix, and I'm stoked to be able to like do some deep dives into some albums and different shit. Like I've been wanting to do a deep dive with like some of the Black Sabbath albums because I love Ozzy. Ozzy's fucking great. Dope. And yeah, like there's a song. My new favorite song from Black Sabbath, it's Children of the Grave.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. Because any song with a good fucking bass line, I'm going to fucking love it. Because that's why Rancid is so great as well, because Matt Freeman is one of the greatest bass players to ever live. Yeah. And so hearing some of the bass, like in Journey to the End of East Bay or whatever the fuck it's called, the bass line in that is fucking sick. Like, and that goes back to like Fat Mike being my favorite punk rocker musician. Is he's the bass, and he always has wild bass lines. So I gravitate, like, you'll know I'll love a song if it has a good bass line, for sure.
Just is something that gets you thromping.
Yes,
you just
exactly.
feel the beat and stuff.
Exactly.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's awesome.
There's so much of that too when you think about it. Like fucking Primus has a great bassist, the guy Les Claypool.
Oh shit, I've never heard of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's what kind of freaked me out too when you're just like, you know, that song Children of the Grave. Dude, I've heard that album Master of Reality so many fucking times.
Really?
Dude, so like I'm a big music guy. Like I listen to so much music, like my fucking god. I got into this really bad habit. I saw Breaking Bad. Like I'm a really, really big Breaking Bad fan.
Me too.
Like really bad.
Yeah.
Like I have
that's dope.
Have the tattoo or whatever. But I've seen that so many times.
Really?
That I've gotten to the point now, every time I watch Breaking Bad, I just turn off the volume and play Spotify on random.
Oh,
so whatever
shit.
song comes on,
and
just I'll be watching it and I'll just be like, oh, that's cool. Sometimes it syncs up, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I know when I'm watching the show, I'll be like, oh, this is the scene where Jesse's gonna fucking kill him, and then all of a sudden a song comes on, that becomes my new favorite song,
dude,
because of the way it just works so well in the show. I was just like, fuck. But the exploration of music blows you away, because
it does.
I've one thing I've gravitated towards is like trying to find anything that has great guitar sounds. So kind of same thing with you. You love bass and stuff.
Yeah, just the other side of it.
Exactly, because like there's this guitar player from the 1930s that blows me away. His name's Django Reinhardt.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, it's just, he's a gypsy guitar player who's like plays French, like he plays like jazz guitar.
Oh shit!
But he was in like a really bad like a fire accident, and he burned his hand, so he only plays guitar with 2 fingers.
That's wild.
But he's one of the fastest guitar players that he like does stuff that I can't even do.
Yeah, with your 2
2 fingers. So like seeing stuff like that, I can't be like, oh, I'll never be good at this guitar, or I'll never be good at trying music. Like this guy, like same thing with Black Sabbath. I don't know if you know Tony Iommi.
Yes.
His fingertips were cut off when he was working at a sawmill.
I didn't know that. Holy shit.
Yeah, so like he was they were just about to release. They're like, oh, we're going to go on tour. Yeah. We just got an album sell. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. He had one more day at work. And he wasn't the guy that puts the metal on the metal sheet to get cut. Yeah. He was the guy that takes the metal off. So he was the next, but that guy didn't show up. So he had to take the job today, and he was like, okay, I have to do it. And he was doing it, and it actually chopped off the tip of 3 of his fingers.
Oh, shit.
So now he has prosthetic, like, they're like kind of like, they kind of feel like fucking like wax almost.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and he has 3 fake fingers, and that's what kind of shaped the Black Sabbath sound.
No way. Holy shit.
Because they had to tune lower the guitar had to be too, because it hurt his fingers. He was like, fuck, man, the standard tuning sucks. He had to get like thinner gauge strings. Yeah. But even though if they're thinner and you put like a lower tuning to them, it has such a great sound to them.
Really?
Yeah. And then you start discovering all these little things about music. It's like, holy shit. That's why it became so dark, is because this guy was just in an accident.
Dude, that's crazy. That is insane. And just the era that Black Sabbath like got like to where they are, there was so much of like the Beatles and like this happy shit, and then fucking Sabbath comes in with like this dark ass shit. It's so crazy. It really is. Like Ozzy Osbourne is one of my like favorite like musicians too. That dude is. He's so sick. Even that like dude his is solo still alive. Stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Let's put that in the tale, dude. He's still alive.
Real. Yeah, and he's sober. That's crazy.
But how many other musicians that were younger than him have already died? Like David Bowie's dead.
John Lennon. He got killed.
Ronnie James Dio.
Dio, yes.
I honestly feel like, don't get me wrong, Ozzy's great. I love the guy.
Yeah.
But when Dio came in to take over Ozzy's place in Black Sabbath, that was music, dude.
Yes.
He had a voice that sounded so fucking powerful, dude.
Dio's voice is fucking nuts. And that's a big reason why I like Iron Maiden, too. The voice on, I forgot his name.
Bruce Dickinson.
Bruce Dickinson, yes. Yeah. His voice, the range is just nuts. And it's so crazy.
And then the stories, dude.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Like, listening to the stories is amazing.
Yep. Dude, I love those, like, old metal. What is that, 80s metal or some shit like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like an 80s.
70s, classic, 80s, some shit like that.
Classic metal-ish.
Yeah. And then Pantera is another one I love. Fucking Dimebag, another fucking amazing guitar player.
But yeah, that whole genre of thrash metal was great too.
Yes, Slayer, all them. Like, I've been looking up. There's this Instagram page I follow. It's called FOAD Records. And what they do is they find a bunch of like underground like hardcore punk bands like in Italy and in like Tokyo and all that shit. And like it sounds so like you know like those low budget distorted gritty recordings. It sounds like that, and that's a big reason why I like the older punk stuff too. Is because of that sound, that like grit to it. And that one's crazy because it has a lot of thrash shit too, and a lot of the stuff kind of reminds me of like Slayer and shit like that. Just a more distorted sound.
Well, you've heard of like Municipal Waste?
I have, but I haven't listened to them, but I have heard of them.
That's kind of like that same, like they have really punky lyrics. They're like really, I want down, get it around, like really punky, but yet the riffs are so like thrashy.
Well, I always see them on lineups with either punk bands or like more of like the deathcore like arena and shit like that.
Like another one, a good example that I really liked in that era was DRI.
Never heard of them.
What?
No.
Oh my God, that's a good one, dude. Those guys were so sick. That's the crossover genre. So like this is what was happening with thrash and punk.
Yeah.
They totally didn't like each other.
Oh, okay.
Thrashers and punk did not like each other at all.
Yeah.
But then you had these bands that were making music that had the elements of both of them, like Suicide Tendencies.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Dude, exactly. Yes.
They literally brought this punk attitude with these amazing guitar lines together, and then that started a whole new genre called the crossover genre.
Oh, shit.
And now you have bands like DRI, Municipal Waste.
Yeah.
That just, they have this like punk like vocal attitude, but yet the guitar is just so gritty and like fucking thrashy, and it has so much melody to it.
Yeah. See, I would love that because one favorite thing I have about punk is like the vocal, the melodies, and like that type of shit. That's what gets me. But with the thrash, that'd be so fucking awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna definitely get into that Municipal Waste because I always see them everywhere.
Yeah.
And I just never listen to them.
You'll love that shit. And if you like the way you say, you talk about like No Effects and Misfits and stuff.
Yeah.
Listen to some DRI.
Okay, like, DRI, that's another one.
Yeah, that's more of like that genre stuff too. Like
dope shit. Hell yeah.
I remember when I started to get into that stuff, it just like fucking blew me away. Mudhoney, shit like that. Oh man, again though, there's so much music out there.
There's a ton of fucking music, dude.
It's so hard to find, like, follow it all.
Yep.
Find find anything. Like, oh my God.
Exactly. And it's like that with a lot of punk albums too. There'll be like 24 songs on that shit.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, the songs will be like a minute or two.
What are some new like punk artists that you kind of listen to now?
There's this new one, and it's more hardcore punk, and they're called Life Crusher. And it's crazy because the singer is a girl, but her voice, it sounds like she's being murdered. It sounds so great. She is just like, she has got to drink like down bottles of water after that shit because she is just screaming that shit. And they're from Sweden, I believe, but they are fucking sick. They're like really new, breaking out. And with punk, I've been listening to a lot of like the punk I listen to is a lot older, like 2000s. Before then, 80s, 90s, and shit. Oh no! This new band, they started a while back, but they have been like making their strides. It's a band called the Bomb Pops, and it's fronted by this girl. Her name is Jen Pop, and she is so fucking good. Their lyrics are really good. They have this song. It's called Zero Remorse, and it's about that movie where I think it's Thelma and Louise, where they drive off the cliff or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's about that, and the lyrics are so fucking badass, and their sound like. I don't know. I've been like the newer bands that I listen to are like female fronted because I don't know what it is. They just
hot.
Yeah, it's hot as shit, dude. It really is.
You got to listen to this band called Arch Enemy.
Oh, I've heard of them. Never listened to them.
Swedish. They're from Sweden as well, but they're melodic death metal.
Okay.
She fucking is amazing.
I hear the same about Ginger too.
Yeah.
See, I would love that shit especially like when they have that voice and they're so hot and they just fucking. Oh, dude, I love that shit. There's a band that I listen to a lot now. They're not really punk. I don't know what they really are. More popish, but they have like. A band. It sounds so good. Their name is Against the Current.
Okay.
And they're really good. The girl, her name is Chrissy Costanza, and she like because I don't watch Twitch like a lot, but she is on Twitch and she like will play like Valorant and shit like that. So I'll watch her on there. But she is so hot. And her lyrics are great. They're fucking awesome. And she has a great voice too. It's not like screaming or any punk, anything like that. She just has a really good voice. And they're not really that known. I mean, they play at like House of Blues. They're at that level, but they're not like topping charts or anything like that. But yeah, like a lot of the newer bands I listen to will be like female fronted. Like there's a band I've been trying to get into. I just haven't really had the time. They're called Bad Cop, and it's all female. And they have really good shit from what I've heard. But I found them because they're on Fat Records, which is Fat Mike's label. And same thing with Bomb Pops. That's how I found them. Okay. And he always signs really good shit. Like there's another band. It's newer. Their name is Get Dead. Another punk band. It's another dive that I got to get into with them. But they're on Fat Records as well. But yeah, most of the punk I listen to is like Misfits, Rancid. Anti-Flag is really cool too for like political punk. Bad Religion. Yeah, pretty much like the older ones, not much new ones, but I'll get into that phase every now and then.
Is there anything that has been released from older bands newer now? Like obviously NoFX hasn't released anything from
NoFX they released an album last year, I believe. Okay. Yeah, there's a really cool song. It's called Birmingham, and I think it's about doing coke in Birmingham, England or some shit like that. And that's a fucking great song. He has another good song called Fuck Euphemism. It's about like the song is about him and because I guess he's like I don't know what he is like in like sexuality like based, but it's a song about him kind of like saying what he is like when it in terms of like sexuality. Like he has this line. He like walks into like this gay club and they said you're a cis, and he's like, I'm not a cis, I'm a sissy. So he's like going into that part of his life, but like it's such a great song. And so yeah, that album was really good. And then Rancid has come out with some new records, but I haven't listened to them. But their new drummer is really good. It's Brandon something. I can't fucking remember. But he's really cool. Glad to see him on there. But Rancid, Misfits hasn't fucking... There was an era where Jerry Only was singing, and it was just complete shit. Yeah. They haven't released much, but they're starting to tour. Not Misfits, but like older bands are starting to tour. Like I know the Adolescents are touring. Okay. And Descendants released an album too. I've heard a few songs from them. They're really cool. Like, what's wild with the Descendants and Bad Religion is the lead singers for those bands, they both have PhDs, and it's in, like, science shit. I know that's a complete tangent, but I was talking to somebody about that yesterday. I was like, science is real punk, Yeah. Like, it's because, like, Greg Raffin from Bad Religion has a PhD in zoology. So, like, I don't know what Milo Ackerman's is from Descendants, but so they'll tour with some part of the year, and then they go and teach and shit. Like, fucking really nuts.
The guy from Queen, he is an astrophysicist.
Really?
Yeah, Brian May.
Somebody was telling me too that one of the guys from Pink Floyd teaches in New York City, and he has a PhD or some shit in like astro something.
Yeah, so it's a, I don't know, it might play a role, like, you know, being that creative, just being able to be that smart.
For sure. Oh, 100%. Because a lot of the time, like, those people are geniuses, like, and they just go on to do other shit.
Hey, buddy. You're a genius too.
I would like to imagine so now.
No, you know what kind of I feel happens to us growing up?
Yeah.
Is that we get taught in a school system that's more for cattle.
Yes, 100%.
We're not being enthused to learn. I hate saying this, but I didn't get smart till after I graduated high school.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
no.
I wanted to look up more. I wanted more enthusiastic to find out about the world after high school.
Exactly.
And I was like, what the fuck? I wasted my life.
Yeah, dude. In high school, dude, I didn't care about shit. I was ditching, smoking weed, drinking. It did not fucking matter. After high school, I started reading again. Because I love to read. I like to just learn about shit. I love learning about history.
Right, documentaries that just intrigue you.
Documentaries, exactly. Like, I don't know. I think it's just I wasn't, you know, a school dude, you know. And some people are like my sister.
See, that's the thing though. It's not that we're not school dudes. It's that they just taught it kind of shitty because we're not the only ones.
That's true.
There's so much of us that like they don't go through the system the right way.
Yeah.
So they end up, maybe they don't even last as long as we do, or they don't even go as far as that we went. And then all of a sudden it turns into this like never ending spiral of like bad credit, bad family, bad friends, bad all of this stuff. But it all could have started with just like, here at school, you're a creative person. Be what you want to be.
Exactly.
It depends. I don't know. Maybe they do have like this like student criteria of how to develop a human or something.
Yeah.
But who knows at this point, right?
Yeah, I think that is something that they should work on, is just kind of reforming the way they go about school in the Common Core, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Like they should restructure that, because not all, like there's people who are like visual learners, hands-on learners. There's so many different types of people, and it's catered to one type of thing. So it's just kind of like just knocking people like out. Like after high school, I was like, I never want to go to school again. Fuck college, fuck all that shit. And now after, you know, doing my own like studies with like reading books and like reading all that, I'm like, I might like to do that, you know? So it just takes that like that thing of learning your way. And I feel like that's a big thing that schools really need to take into account, is that there's a lot of different types of learnings. Yeah. And it's not one size fits all type shit. Because that's like, they wonder why the dropout rates are so hard. Like, I'm sure every human has that level of curiosity that they, you know, if it's fed, they will feed into it. They will do what needs to be done. Yeah. Like everybody, you know, that's the thing about being a human, is just to further your knowledge of shit. That's how we that's how we found fire, how we got into the Renaissance, into fucking Teslas and shit like that. Everybody wants to learn and wants to do something. It's just, you're just shooting kids in the foot because they don't learn in this specific way. They're like, okay, we're just gonna fail you, and then they drop out and they never want to deal with that shit again. Because I had terrible fucking schooling. I had terrible like times in school. I was always in trouble because I just couldn't focus, and you know, I just ended up ditching because I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And like, just because probably I had like ADHD and I was just a fucking asshole a lot of the times. But like, I feel like they should be more catered to the way different people are. Yeah. More teachers. Fucking pay teachers more, for God's sakes.
Yeah, what did I say? Overcrowded classes.
Yeah.
Like, you got like 40 kids and you only have one teacher. Like,
dude, it's fucking ridiculous.
I bet you that's pretty hard. Like,
dude, 100%.
You even see differences when you have like college classes where like somebody's teaching an auditorium compared to an actual classroom.
Yes.
Like, you have more people that stayed in college more because it's a more like interactive experience with that learning facility.
100%.
But then again, you know, it can be just like state of mind or the will to want to do it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like if you like, I don't know, I get in that state sometimes where just like, I'm gonna do this, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, fuck, I didn't do it.
No, exactly. Yeah, that fucking procrastination shit will fucking get me too, man. It gets tough to do shit. That's why I'm surprised I've, you know, done so much with comedy. I think it's just, you know, finding that one thing that you love, and you do anything to fucking be with it, to stick with it. Because I was at a point too where I would, like, everybody like daydreams and shit, but I would fall asleep and dream about comedy. It was the weirdest fucking thing. And that's when I knew I was like, I'm stuck in this, you know? And I fucking love it. It's fucking great.
It only gets better from here. That's what they say.
100%. And that's a big thing that, gets me too, is I want time to move faster. I don't want to be that new person. I want to have years on me already.
Sucks. You got to, man.
I know. You just have to pay your dues,
It
man.
really does.
Yeah.
I hear people say that all the time. They're just like, oh, man, I wish I was so good at this, or I wish I was so good at that. It's like, when'd you start?
Yeah.
That's probably going to be why, dude.
Yep.
I mean, even if you can be the most dedicated person ever, but you kind of do have to put in the hours for it.
You do. You really do, for sure.
That philosophy, right? 10,000 or 100,000 hours. You'll become a master.
Exactly. Well, that's how I was able to get comfortable on stage, is because when I first started doing it, I was only going like once a month. I thought Inside Out was the only place to do it. But then when I started going every day, like now I can get up on an open mic. I'm not nervous. It doesn't fucking matter. I can bomb and it's not bad.
Yeah, you're not too upset.
Yeah. But the only time I get nervous is like the booked shows. Like yesterday I was fucking nervous as shit.
For what? It's an Alex G show.
No, it's like different with the book shit. That's why I want to get more.
And that's what's crazy though too, is you see what we work for.
Yes.
Like we work to get the book shows because the book shows are people that want to see comedy.
Exactly, for sure. And that's why they always go great. They really do, because those people are going there for comedy. Yeah, exactly. They're not just showing up at a bar and like, oh shit, there's comedy here.
Or like this movie theater's open. Let's go see what's going on.
Exactly, yeah. Like it's legit for comedy, and that's where the best fucking crowds are. Like the Rebel crowds. Yeah. Like it's you just have to know what you're walking into. Like there's been a lot of times lately. Now it's starting to get different, but there's just a lot of times where people just walk in not expecting to see comedy. And like, 5 times out of 10, they're just not into it. They're not feeling it. But then there are those people that you do bring around. Like, well, that will come around. But now lately at all the mics, people are starting to know that tonight is the comedy night. Like at Jake's, he'll be like, did you guys know that there was comedy here? And a lot of people are like, yeah, we knew that it was going to be here. So that's starting to kind of solidify. The scene is getting fucking great here. Yeah, it really is.
That's cool about it.
It's fucking awesome, dude. I love it. And once we get that comedy club, dude, it's just gonna, because I remember I was talking with Sarah about this one day. She was like, there's the gap between what we do and Netflix studios, like you were saying, or the movie studios. We just need to fill that gap and then connect them all. And that's like comedy club type shit. Like it would work out so fucking good, because most movies are like, they're written in LA, but they're all getting filmed here and in Atlanta. I guess there's some big studio out there. Yeah, everything's getting outsourced here because it's so cheap to film here. Like filming in LA is fucking expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I could just imagine like, say some comics are like doing a comedy here, a comedy movie. Yeah. And they're here for like 6 to 7 months. Like, again, that's where our avenue comes in. We're like, oh, there's a comedy club here. We get to meet them. Yep. Maybe get introduced, get our names tossed around. That's how it kind of works. That's how it's supposed to work, I guess.
Yeah, that's that networking shit, dude. That helps with so much. It really fucking does. Because like, that's one thing I've been trying to do more, is just meet more of the new people. Like that guy, I think his name was Troy Allen, who came here from New York. I was talking with him for a long time at the garage and just talking about New York and shit. But I love meeting other people now and just trying to see, network. If I go out there, I'll know him or some shit like that. But that's a big part of getting somewhere in comedy for sure, is the networking.
It's the hardest part, buddy.
Dude, it is. It really is.
All right. I got this thing for you here where... This is called random YouTube comment. So what happens is, like, I'm gonna bring up a comment, random YouTube comment. You try to guess what the video is from.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so here it comes. This is the first random YouTube comment. Nice, from this person. What do you think this video is to? This comment. What do you think this comment is videoing to?
I would think something that has to do with 69. Maybe it's like a drone that pans out and there's like a big 69 like on a billboard or on like the alien thing. What are they called? The crop circles. Okay. Something with 69.
Okay. Let's find out. Well, that was totally wrong.
I know.
But this is J. Joel, what? This looks like in something else.
Oh, yeah, it's German, I think.
Yeah, see? This was the only comment.
Oh, shit. All right, is that a pig or a javelina or some shit?
That one, I guess. That's a pit bull, right? Dang. Yeah.
That's like.
All right, let's do another one. This is another random comment.
Okay, let's see. Great landing.
What do you think this is a video of? I like your RV. Great landing. First of all, what is this guy doing? Racing RVs?
Yeah.
Is he going off of 30-foot ramps?
Like, that's what confused me. Like, if it was just the first part, I would be like, okay, like, what the fuck is this? Some Tesla shit?
Yeah, where's the great landing part? And then this guy's name. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, you know what it probably is you know how there's those videos, like, out in, like, redneck country or whatever, where they ramp an RV over cars and shit? That's what I think that is.
You think this is... All right, let's find out. Let's find out what this is, too.
What?
Landing a KFFA first flight. Okay. That is the only comment.
Yeah, it's probably like when he lands, there's probably like a fucking RV
in
there
the corner.
Shit. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I can't believe we did this.
Dude, that's something my mom always wanted me to do, is become a pilot.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I'm no fucking way.
You're like, look at how tall I am, Mom. All right, let's do another one. This is another random YouTube comment.
1980.
1980. Daniel Lewandowski. Thank you. I'm dyslexic.
Me too.
Lewandowski. Well, obviously not. Yeah. Mr. Lewandowski over here.
Yeah. That's 1980. I'm gonna say that has something to do with music. Because I got Misfits, something with Misfits, something punk. 80s were great for punk.
Okay, I'm going to say it's softcore porn.
Hey.
Let's do this. Oh, there you go. You're right.
Oh, shit.
There's a couple comments on here as well.
How does 1980 factor into that? Oh, I guess it's samples.
You think it sounds like 1980 samples? That is the answer. What the fuck? That was good. You guessed right, though.
Hey,
you guessed right. Yeah. If this was a game show, you'd want a point.
Dude, I'm with it. Hell yeah.
All right, I got another one. Let's do another one.
Toby.
I chew the flesh of my fingers and hear crickets in my pillow and see ghosts. What is this a video to?
Jesus Christ. Okay, I chew the flesh off my fingers and hear crickets in my pillow and see ghosts.
So this guy, so this commenter is probably commenting on something really disgusting.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. I don't know what's so disgusting about it.
You know what I think it might be is like a video of a dog or a cat, and maybe they're just kind of personifying it.
Toby. Okay.
Because Toby sounds like cattish.
Like
maybe.
A cat name?
Yeah.
All right, let's find out. Let's see what this bad boy is.
Ooh, shit. Damn it. I wanted to know that one, too. Damn it.
That just means it was probably vulgar and they had to get rid of it.
Maybe we were right at first. Yeah.
Softcore porn, everybody. Yeah. All right, let's do one more. This will be the last one from random video comments.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit.
Dang, I'm not reading all this. Damn, this is a 3-year secret. I need part of my GS to be like yours. What does GS stand for?
I have no clue.
As a truck driver, cash is not an issue. Need list of parts. Long live the GS 500. With this upgrade, I will be reborn and respected once again. Trucker 2B.
So this has to be something, I think, with like a semi truck.
Automotive.
But GS 500, I don't know what the fuck that is.
So you think it's like, I think it might be like one of those tutorial videos where it's like, okay guys, we're about to replace the GS 500 in my semi.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, something like that.
Oh man, and then the name Trucker 2B. That's cute. That is cute. Shout out to Trucker 2B.
Real.
All right, here we go. Let's see what this video is.
Oh, what the fuck?
So something on a motorcycle then. Is that a lot? Is that a lot of horsepower for a motorcycle?
I don't know shit about motorcycles. 69 horsepower.
It's like going 100, right? 105, something like that.
Holy shit.
Or is that just the speed?
No, I think that's the RPM.
RPMs.
What the fuck did that have to do with trucks? I'm not...
There's quite a bit of comments, so... But yeah. He's like, as a truck driver, cash is not an issue, so I can buy whatever I want.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Dude, I've always wanted to ride a bike like that. But the thing is if I wreck on that, I weigh 120. I'm flying off that.
Out of there.
Like, dude. And then, two, there's only one bike that I know where I can fit flat-footed, and it's the Ninja 300.
Oh, shit.
And everything else, there's no way.
What is that, the Fisher-Price brand?
Yeah, pretty much. I would imagine so. Fucking training wheels on a fucking sports bike and shit.
Kawasaki Fisher-Price. That's so crazy.
Dude, real shit, man.
All right, let's see. I have like 2 more things we could look at right away.
Hell yeah.
This is called MyTV 2000. So all it is just like back in the day. Remember when you were watching retro TV?
Yeah.
So all it's gonna do is just show you channels and stuff, and we can go through it.
Oh shit.
As if we were back in 2000.
Yeah.
What would you say to an oil company?
Geez, I say your product's a necessary evil, but we all use it, we all partake in it, we all enjoy it.
Some are important, and some are, well, but these are the signs of success, because the road to Des Moines
This has a
Area
wild,
Community
nostalgic
College means the
feel.
road to an exciting...
There we go. See?
Hell yeah.
This is back then.
And to celebrate, we're giving away some really cool Nintendo prizes. In our Fox box,
All right, guys. For the rest of the podcast, we'll be watching this for 2 hours.
Right?
So stay tuned.
Dude, this brings me back to like a bowl of cereal, sitting cross-legged, fucking just watching this shit.
Everyone else is asleep.
Yeah.
Seatown Supermarket in Stratford brings you around
Jesus
the world
Christ.
with the widest...
Damn.
Really, full of books.
So this is what I like about this
I
this website is that it actually gives you all of the
Holy
different
shit,
times
from
of TV.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s?
Yeah,
That's
so,
fucking wild.
So you can see stuff that was going on then, as if you were watching TV back then. It's pretty cool. See, look at that. Look at how much static because there's nothing on.
Right?
Look at how weird these people look.
This is insane.
These are aliens. I don't know what everyone's saying.
This is like the closest thing that will come from to like time traveling. Like, dude, there's videos on YouTube that are like in the 1800s and people have colorized them and made them HD. And it looks like you were just transported back into that.
Really?
Like, dude, it is the craziest thing. Like, I saw this video once of a snowball fight in like the 1800s. And it looks insane.
I think I have it on YouTube.
I believe so, yeah.
So we'll say snowball fight 1800.
Like, this is like the time travel that we have in our generation before it gets to the point where we're going back to like dinosaurs and shit. Yes, see, look at this shit. Crazy to think that everybody in that is dead. Dude, this is the craziest shit.
It's like a Monty Python movie.
Right?
Oh, Jesus. That is crazy, though. 1897.
Dude, that's exactly 100 years before I was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why you remember this?
Pretty much.
This
yeah.
video? And to think that wasn't... They say, like, the time frame is not as far as it, like it's not that big of a jump, you know? Like,
no.
Like, again, like, this was going on back then, and then you come along.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it's so wild. And then, like, in terms of how young our planet is, too, like, the billion years that we've been alive, it's literally, like, a blink, a fraction of a blink within, like, the times that other planets have been around.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy to think about that shit.
Yeah, the fact that those other planets are, like, you know, that light print is there from like billions and billions of years ago. That's the only reason why we see it.
Exactly.
So that blows me away. Just like the light spectrum and like, or being able to see a starlight and then knowing that like, hey, that's actually been there for a while.
Yep.
it took us forever to see it. It's probably not there anymore.
Yes, exactly.
But we still see it because of the data that it takes for it to come to us.
Like the light years and shit. Yeah, dude, that is insane.
I can never comprehend that shit. I'm just like, fuck, dude, man. It's so mind blowing. I can barely fucking take mushrooms and think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's intense shit.
Dude, it's fucking wild.
Anyways, Jake, dude, been here for like an hour and 45 minutes.
Perfect. Heck yeah. Damn, that's a long time that went by.
It was okay. It could have been better.
Yeah, hey, I'm with it. Next time.
I don't know, man. I was a little upset. We didn't talk about, I don't know.
Yeah, next time, man. We got
next time on the show.
For sure.
Jake, do you have anything to promote? Anything you want to let my fans or followers know that they can find you? I mean, you got shows coming up everywhere, but come on, tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, so I open mics all the time. Follow me on Instagram at Jake Otero. I'm trying to build that up. I'm on Facebook at Jake Otero. And then I do have a YouTube channel. It is Jake Otero Comedy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I just added another video today. I haven't posted it anywhere, but I'll be putting that on my Instagram and everything. But go subscribe to that. I'm gonna try to post something like every week or so. So
nice. Like comedy wise. And shit?
Yeah. So expect more, just open mic videos and shit.
Expect more, Jake. Expect more, Jake.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Just go follow that YouTube and my Instagram for sure.
Hell yeah, guys. You guys know what's up. Go follow Jake. Go do all that good stuff. And this, you know what to do here. Just hit that like, subscribe. Make sure to follow MuseMeTV. Google MuseMeTV. I swear to God, it'll probably be one of the first things that pops up.
Hell yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you so much for having me, man. I've been wanting to be on this for a while.
Cool. Yeah. Hell yeah. We'll get you on again, man. I mean,
Perfect.
There's always something to talk about. That's what
for sure.
Like everyone thinks like, oh, you're going to have me on. What are we going to talk about? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Much anything.
Yeah. And then
talking about cars.
When you come back, I still don't know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
So it was good to have you, man. I learned a lot. You're an interesting dude.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll start a band or something.
I am with it.
I can get you to pick up a little bass.
Dude, fuck yeah.
You're as tall as a bass. It's crazy.
Exactly, I am, dude. It's crazy. Fucking A.
All right, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys know what to do. Tune in next week or tune in whenever the fuck I have an episode. You guys are awesome. Peace. Bye.
Later.